This video is brought to you by the 3-Minute Board Game patrons. Keep us independent by supporting us on Patreon. Kia ora koutou and welcome to Netrunner in about 3 minutes. Review copy used along with my original tokens. It has no solo mode. It's a game for 2 players, playing time is medium, and it's a pretty complex game. It's the near future and corporations control the world. Individual hackers seek to block the corporate agendas, hoping to expose their crimes to the world. The game ends immediately once any player scores 7 or more points of agenda cards. The runner can also lose if they take damage when they have no cards in hand. And if the Corp has to draw a card and cannot, they lose. Card management. Netrunner is entirely about playing cards. Asymmetry. The Corp and runner players have different cards and rules. Deck construction. You can make unique decks out of a large pool of cards. Player turn. Each player takes their deck of cards, draws 5 of them, and gains 5 credits. The Corp player sets up their faction cards, deck, and discard piles like so. They are referred to as HQ, R&D, and archives. The Corp player starts their turn with a mandatory card draw. They then can take 3 more clicks of action shown here. It is 1 click to gain a card or a credit. It's 1 click to play an operation card from HQ to archives. You may install ice, which protects servers by placing them face down in front. Another action is to install cards in remote servers. Agendas and assets must be in their own server, but upgrades may share a server. The trick is, however, that you place these cards face down so the runner does not see them. Another action is to spend a credit to advance a card. You may score an agenda once it has advancement tokens equal or above the number on its top right, and you can res cards in a server to make use of them, paying the cost in the top left. The runner acts once the Corp is done, and has 4 clicks to take actions. This includes gain a card or credit for 1 click. You may also install software, hardware, and resources in these 3 rows, and play event cards. But the most important action a runner can take is to run against the Corp players' servers. If you successfully run HQ, you may access 1 card in the Corp's hand. If it is an agenda, you score it. If you run R&D, you look at the top card, and again, if it is an agenda, score it. And running archives lets you look at all those cards, scoring any agendas there. Let's use an example. We have 2 programs and 6 credits and want to run a remote server. It is protected by 3 bits of ice. The outer one is already rezzed. It has 4 strength and is a barrier ice. If we cannot bypass the ice, it will end the run. We use this program which works on barriers and boosts strength to match the ice. We then spend a credit to break the subroutine. This means we can choose to move on to the next ice. The Corp pays 5 to res it. They don't have to res it though. This one is a code gate and we have no programs to deal with that. So we take 2 tags. Tags can only be removed after the run for a click and 2 credits, and tagged runners are more vulnerable to attacks. We choose to continue and hit the last ice, a sentry. We spend credits to match its strength but cannot afford to break both subroutines, so take 2 damage, losing 2 cards. If the card on the remote server is an agenda, we now claim it, or if it's a trap, we take a big pile of damage, potentially losing. Why would you like this game? Netrunner is back thanks to the efforts of Null Signal, a group of fans who can now legally sell a new version of the game. And this is great news because Netrunner is hands down the greatest competitive collectible card game ever made, far better than the designer's better known Magic the Gathering. Netrunner has an incredibly high skill ceiling, and you just cannot download the best deck and start winning. You need to know how to manage risk, bluff, and read people. Building a great deck certainly helps, but playing it is the real difference maker. And I recommend this game for anyone who wants a real challenge in their card games. The best thing about this game is having the runner access your loaded trap and explode. However, while the game is back in print, it's not being sold in stores, and you have to go out of your way to find it. There's also some issues getting it into different countries, including the whole EU. If this was a for-profit game with these restrictions, I probably wouldn't cover it, but the game itself makes it worth hunting down. Also, you can play it online. For the designer's other card game, check out Magic the Gathering. And for a different game in the same setting, try New Angeles. Netrunner, simply the best gold medal game. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the notification button, like, share, and subscribe to the channel.